Hey everybody, Leo here with Leo's Garden in the Suburbs. Completely different view for you, I'm sure. I'm not outside, I'm actually inside. And I wanted to show you all how I up pot my tomato plants, especially, but also just kind of some of the other stuff that I have going on. So, as you can see, my tomato plants have been getting pretty tall, awfully leggy, which we're gonna correct here in just a second. So, what I do is I will take the tomato plants out and I use red solo cups, blue solo cups, pots that I saved from the nursery, styrofoam cups, doesn't matter. Just make sure that you put drainage holes on the bottom, as you can see there, or slits is what I do on the solo cups. Kind of a little bit easier view. That allows for the drainage because you never want to get your seedlings waterlogged or your plants waterlogged. So with the tomatoes, I will take them out and then I will work to very gently separate them from each other. You don't want to damage the roots as much as possible. Then what I will do from there is I will put them in the cup, and as you can see, we've now gone from this tall to this tall. And the reason for that is tomatoes are vines. The stems of them will generate new root growth. Sorry, I'm not. You're going to get my mistakes and everything. I hope you all can bear with me, but haven't quite gotten into all the editing and stuff. Still working on that. Here I have my seed starting mix, which is basically, I buy a seed starting mix from the store. I also add cocoa coir, a brick of that, to about a half a bag of seed starting mix. And then that becomes my seed start and also my transfer start. So, and then I will boil water to add to that. The reasoning for that is in those seed starting mixes that you buy at the store and everything else, you can't guarantee that there's not eggs in there from different pests and stuff that you don't want growing and hatching and everything else inside your house, especially. So, like I said, I'll go from the seed starting trays, the little small ones, to the cups, and then I will add that in. And then from there, let me take you in and show you. These will get added. Before I do that, I highly recommend this little mat thing here. Folds up on the sides, allows you to keep all the dirt and stuff in the mat. Not always that great of doing it on my own, but it also makes it to where my cleanup's a whole lot easier and I don't get yelled at for making a huge mess in the living room. So what I'll do from here is these will go in trays like this. That will then go under these lights that I'll be lowering down. And then they'll be growing. These are the seed starts I did earlier. These are the herbs and some kales and stuff like that and some flowers. As you can see, some of them are struggling a little bit. That's on me. I got really busy and didn't come and water like I should have. But I have come back, I've watered, I've added a little bit of this here, the Miracle Grow singles in there to kind of help them rejuvenate themselves. Also wanted to show you guys an experiment I'm doing. We have an apple tree out front. We took some of the seeds from the apples that we ate and I planted 6 of them. And so far I've gotten 4 to sprout. So we'll see what happens as those continue to grow. I'll be up potting those and moving those to bigger pots and everything else. My youngest keeps getting on me that we need to up pot his dragon fruit cactus. And this is our lemon tree. Lemon bush coming back. Our lime one died, and then definitely need to up pot our aloe. It's been doing fantastic. So that's kind of my grow station and everything else and how that's going. Also wanted to show you guys what I'm doing with these trays, these little seed starts as I empty them. These are the ones that I really like because they have these tops on them that make little greenhouses for them that have the lights built in. And then you just set it on top. Has timers that you can set on it for 6, 8, 12, and 15 hours for the light to stay on. Start with 15, back down to 12 after they break the ground, and so on and so forth. But I'm gonna be starting some additional seeds in there because it's that time. Definitely need to get these seeds started. I should have them started already. And some of those seeds, really quick to show you what I'm doing, is the following. So we do a lot of paste tomatoes here. We like to make our own marinara sauce and all that. And so do the Sheboygan tomato paste tomato. I'm trying a new one this year. It's a Martino's Roma tomato. It's a heirloom tomato, good for canning and all that kind of stuff. But you know, it's really good paste tomato is everything I've heard about it. Of course, we're doing the Nepali. The Jersey Devil tomato, it's a good paste tomato, good size on it. The NCRD paste tomato is a good one as well. It's definitely gets good size on that one. My wife's favorite, the Aunt Molly ground cherries, because she can make jellies out of them. Plus my kids love to eat them as snacks. We're gonna try this Valencia tomato. It's kind of a 8 to 10 ounce medium size slicer, but it doesn't have all the acid and it's a little bit sweeter. So we're gonna give that one a go. This year I'm gonna try to grow a tomatillo, other than the Aunt Molly ground cherry, but like a real tomatillo plant. So we'll see what happens with that. And then we're trying a new jalapeno. It's called the pumpkin spice jalapeno. No, it doesn't taste like pumpkin spice or anything else. It's just a northern gardener variety. It's variety rains early, dark green to red in color. Peppers grow up to 3 inches, and it's a prolific producer. Great for guacamoles, sauteed, and fajitas, those kind of things. So we're gonna give it a go, see what happens. What I'm starting in my seed trays and everything else is I'm gonna do a better bush squash. It's a butternut squash, but it's a bush squash. So we're gonna give it a go. It doesn't vine, but it's gonna be a good one to try out. We're gonna do the golden pippin squash. I'm gonna try that one out this year. This is one of our favorites at the house. It's Minnesota midget cantaloupe because they're about, kind of personal size, maybe about that big. Kids love them, wife loves them. So those are some of our favorites. We did this one last year and became an instant hit. It's a honey nut squash. It's a vine, but it's definitely super sweet. It's sweeter than your normal, butternut squashes and everything else. So the kids enjoyed that more. We're gonna try a lemon squash, see what happens. It looks like a lemon. You gotta harvest them young, but they're good it's a mild squash, good for grilled, roasted, those kind of things. No, it doesn't taste like a lemon. This one we grew last year, but we love Northern Georgia rooster squash. Definitely a sweeter, higher sugar content. Really good. You can make pies out of this. It was really good. Sweet dumpling squash. It's a sweet once again another sweeter variety, but it does produce really well and it does stay very well, so we like that. One of my favorites is round zucchini, or I call it 8-ball zucchini. It's round, it gets pretty decent in size. You can kind of use it in place of eggplant, for do a zucchini parmesan, buy some eggplant parmesan. Another one of our favorites, spaghetti squash. We use it in place of spaghetti. And we're gonna try this one. It's a green striped cushaw. These are just some of the ones that I have out here right now. We're also gonna be doing, normal squashes. So your crooked necks, your zucchinis, your green zucchinis, yellow squashes, and those kind of things will get started as well. These are just some of the ones that I actually had out here right now. We're also gonna be doing some pumpkins, some small pumpkins. We got 2 different varieties. We got the pie pumpkin and then the baby bear pumpkin. So we're gonna see which one does better for us. We mostly grow those for our dogs because they it helps with their digestion. It helps them when they have upset stomachs. Pumpkin puree. And so if you can do an all natural pumpkin puree, we keep it on stock and everything else for the dogs. And my wife likes to make pumpkin pies as we get later into the season. And then some of the, about it that I can think of. We have a delicate squash we're going to do, and just, regular squashes, all that stuff needs to be started. It is, middle of March now, so definitely want to get those started. Give them about a month of development and everything else, and then we'll get them out into the garden. So that's where we're at right now. Just remember, if you are starting tomatoes in a seed start, a small seed start like this, and then you are up potting them into a cup like this, plant the stalk halfway up the stem, plant it in the cup and bring the dirt halfway up the stem. That's going to allow the roots on the stem to grow, and it's going to make it a stronger tomato plant. All right. Thanks, everybody. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you got to see some of the things I have. If you have any questions about anything that I use, just let me know. Going to work on putting links to stuff down for everybody to see and everything else. Give us a like, subscribe, follow with us. You're going to learn with us as we go. And just remember, if I can grow a garden surrounded by a white vinyl fence, you can do it. Doesn't have to be in a raised bed like over here. Do it in a pot, do it in a grow bag, do it in your windowsill. Doesn't matter, just do it. We'll see you soon. Thank you.